Well. Here we are, 8 p.m., 7:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. It's Saturday, baby, and we're live. And given that it is open mic night here at Rollshambo Studios, and I am, of course, the only person here, I figured I might as well make an appearance. Guys, I have been off the reservation all week. I've been dealing with the black lung. I've been down with the bug. And it's been really hard for me to speak for any extended period of time. I haven't put out anything this week. I put out a short, like a first YouTube short I've put out in like 6 months. I thought it was a good one. I don't really do YouTube shorts. That's how you know I'm struggling. Like, if you don't hear from me and all you see from me in a week is a short, those of you with kids know. You know. It doesn't matter how good your immune system is before kids. It does not matter. The cutest members of our family, you hold them, you look deep in their eyes, you're like, wow, so beautiful. And then they and it's over. But guys, we're back. Am I 100%? No, I'm probably at like 75%. I felt like death for the last week. Not really, but I felt really tired and I couldn't talk for long extended periods of time without, sounding like I had emphysema. So I decided, instead of just struggling through it, I'll just wait. I'll wait. I've got a full review table of knives that I've got to get to. Several of which are really good knives that have been waiting for like a month. So we're back at it like a bad habit, guys. But first and foremost, thank you to every single person who is here. I know there are other live streams going on right now. When I set up my live streams, apparently I didn't check the schedule. The way I see it is that, people should go live when they want to go live. And the audience that's out there can watch if they want to. Anyways, let's go ahead and start shouting out good people in the chat. What's up, the Ponds? First person in. Thank you for being a channel member. Says snacking on fruitcake, sipping nog. Time for some farta. Spartan, kick the like button, guys, especially if you were watching the live after the fact. And let me know in the comment section if that's you. Never too far behind. Marco in the house. Good to see you, Marco. Ed B. Oh, Ed. Ed left me a long message. Really gonna test it out. See how well I am today. Let's go. He says, well, hold on. I got to get into my. I can tell this is a good one. He says, the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of selfish and tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know I am the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you. How's it going, Ed? Welcome in, man. Thanks for being a channel member. And what's up to Craig Vincent? Good to see you as well. Mike and Ike's EDC, another channel member in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Addicted to Blades, another channel member. What's up, man? Hold on. I know I'm missing stuff. The chat keeps trying to jump past all of these membership milestones, so hang on. I'm scrolling. Fresh 117 says, what you guys carrying today? We'll get to that in a second. What the hey, we'll go ahead and get to that now. Today I carried one of my favorite knives this year. This is the Winterblade M-Fire, and this is the Brian Winter doesn't call it this, but I'm going to call it this. This is like the Stormtrooper M-Fire, and I don't care who you are. This is cool. This is so cool. Highly recommend. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if I recommend it because they're sold out. If you got one, you know what I'm talking about with the Van Axe. Kunwu did these and they're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It very well might be making an appearance in my top 5 knives of 2024, which I can do this year because it wasn't a pre-order, it was a drop. Okay. That's what I carry. Oh, man. The Gas Station Knives. What's up, man? Thanks for being a channel member. Good to see you. Ian Coates. I feel like it's been forever, Ian. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being a channel member and a channel moderator, keeping these streets clean. Guys, here in the chat today, I want to see clean chat. No headshots. I mean, unless they really deserve it. I'll let Ian referee those. Bluetooth Blades, good to see you, man. He says, ooh, the Stitch, one of my faves. It's one of my faves too, man. I absolutely love the microtech Stitch. All right, Ed B. Did I already say hi, Ed? I think I read your, yeah. You gave me a really good monologue. Hey, Blue Minati Ninja, good to see you, man. Blue, you're my boy, Blue. Thank you for being a channel member for 13 months as lucky number 13. This is Sparta! My birthday's on August 13th, so I agree with you. 13 is a lucky number, except for when it lands, I mean, on like a Friday. Anyways, Neil McKenzie, welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. Stephen Fletcher, another channel member. Good to see you. Gas Station Knife says, been breaking in my new Shaman stiff action out of the box. Anyone grab one of those 15 V pair of 3s from National Knives? No. I've been battling it. Like I need to sell knives. One of the worst parts about being sick this week is this week was supposed to be the Holly Jolly holiday sale. So I'm behind. And now the timing is bad because on Wednesday it's Christmas. It might have to be the Holly Jolly New Year sale. We'll see. But no, plus the one that I want is not the lightweight version, which is what's out at like Knife Center released some of the sprint run of the 15 V pair 3. They're all the lightweight versions. I believe NC Blade, E-Knives, there was multiple sites, But I believe that there was a deal with National Knives where if you are like, if you log in to their website, like you have to like sign up and then log in, you get it for even less. I want to say it was as low as like what, 127, 130 bucks. Killer deal. But for someone like me, the reason why, here's the thing. The reason why I'm not jumping, and selling my socks to get my hands on a lightweight pair of 3 and 15V is because I want the G10 version. All the scales that I would put on this knife need it to be the full version. So all the aftermarket ones like Barclay CNC has some amazing scales that I would love to put on a 15V pair of 3, but they don't fit the lightweight version. So I'm waiting for that, which is fine because again, I need to do the knife sale. I need to recuperate. I know some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Shout out to Ian for being a channel member for 4 months. Since quarter of a year, time really flies. Man, it does. It does. I can't believe that here in just what, a few weeks, we're going to be 2025. And only, a few weeks, I'll be mislabeling the date once again. And it always happens right as I get used to writing 24 at the end of dates. Anyways, hey, shout out to Bluminati Ninja for gifting a channel membership. Shout out to Donald Milinkovich, who just got gifted that membership. Hey, what's up, Rainey? Good to see you. Laid off Pete, thanks for being a channel member. Welcome in. Shout out to Bluetooth Blade, channel member for 8 months. Says Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you, Blue. Shout out to Top Dog. He says all the way live. Yeah, and we're from 75% alive, but we are 100% live. Exactly. 75% of the time, we're live 100% of the time. And shout out to my man Top Dog, who's been a channel member for 23 months. It says Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Top Dog. Merry Christmas. What's up, Jeff Coleman? Good to see you. James Gibson in the house. C. Kobe, thanks for being a channel member. He says, hey, Knife Nuts. Roman M. John Tagamori, another channel member. Thank you, sir. Jim Miller, welcome in, brother. He says, I'm having technical issues. That's the story of my life, Jim. Technical difficulties. If I were to, I'm a big fan of tech. Like the computer that this is streaming live from is a computer that I built. I'm a big fan of tech, and I always wanted to start a tech channel. If I were to do that, I might call that channel Technical Difficulties. That could be a good one. All right. Hey, what's up, Ace Palone? Good to see you, man. All right. Hold on, guys. The chat just jumped on me. Lone Star Cowboy in the house says, Laren Thomas, new unnamed prototype steel being sold by Bradford Knives right now. We might have to look into that. Is that the one that's like Magna something? It's like Magna Tough, or I don't know. It's Magna something. Jeff Coleman says, watching from God's country, also known as Tennessee. All right. Mikey Daily Carey in the house, guys. Thanks for being a channel member, Mikey. Guys, go check out Mikey's channel. He recently did a video that made me very pocket envious. Have you ever gotten pocket envy watching a channel like, he did one on like the Nano Shark. And here's the irony. When the Nano Shark was released by Demco, I had no interest in it. I was like, small Demco, pass. And then I watched this video and was like, pocket envy. Thanks, Mikey. That's your fault. I blame you. Merry Christmas, bud. Welcome into Melancholy Martial Arts. Says, Shaman is the king, my good man. The king of Spydercos? This is debatable. I got a good one right here. Yet another amazing knife that's been sitting in my review queue because I'm trying to do something special for it. Blue says, anyone catch the pair of 315V lightweights? Again, not me, not yet. Fred the Lug, welcome in. He says, I had a Stormtrooper M fire. I was unable to close it on the fly. Couldn't get the wrist action. My kid got it every time. Yeah, you know, it's something I just got used to it. And here's the thing, like he even mentioned it on his listing for the M fire that you can actually just take the magnets out. Kind of like with the Mirage, you can take the magnets out. You can make it 100% manual. I don't have it. Like, I took the knife apart to consider it. I also wanted to see how the knife lock worked. It's not hard to take apart. It's not hard to put back together. And I took it apart. I was like, you know what? Here's a little bit of oil. I'm going to put it back together. I'm not taking anything out. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I didn't have it in me. I just didn't. I left it stock. Mikey says, did you get that Sigma 16mm maybe for Christmas? No. I am tapped. I am tapped. I need to do a knife sale. I'm tapped. But it is on my list. It is on my list. You sent me a link with a very, very good price on a Sigma 16mm, and I desperately wanted to pull the trigger. And I've been thinking about it. I've looked at that lens like 10 times in the last 3 or 4 days, and I gotta wait for funds to recuperate. But it's on the list. It'll happen. Just not in December, unfortunately. Miranda says, got a custom half-face blades, custom cav fixed blade, and a custom reground Dragonfly too. That's awesome. Half-face blade makes some really, really cool stuff. All right, hold on. Ian says, any preview of what's being sold? I'll say this. I will give a preview on the members only Discord. The members only Discord will get the preview. And I might do a pre-sale there, you know, just as a thank you to the channel members. Initially 2 years ago, when I first monetized the channel and I had the ability to start offering things to channel members, one of the things that I offered at the time, this was long before I had the Discord, was that I would try to give channel members the first dibs on knives that were going to be for sale. And I kind of got away from that for a little bit. I would like to go back to doing that. On the flip side, not every channel member is part of the members only Discord. Discord is not for everybody. Totally understand that. So maybe I'll just do a members only video first, or I'll make the sale a members only video, and then I will, after 24 hours, I'll release that to the public. So yeah, I think that that's a good way to do it. Channel members will have first crack. And of course, I'll be doing my absolute best to make sure that the prices are really good. Hey, Sean McLaughlin, good to see you. He says, what's up, gentlemen and ladies? Merry Christmas. This is Sparta, my favorite way to spend an evening.
This is Sparta!
Thanks, Sean. Guys, Spartan, kick the like button for Sean. We appreciate you, man, and Merry Christmas to you as well. Cody Preissner says, Psyop or Ankylo, got both on order. Curious as to which one I'm going to like more. Ooh. So. I know which one I like more, but I don't know if I want to taint your opinion by giving you mine first. I have both. Granted, the Ankylo that I have is it's the less expensive one. If you've got the one coming in LMAX, then you have the more expensive one. The difference is just the blade steel. I like the Psyop. I'm just going to say I like the Psyop better. I do. The Tough Knives collab was amazing. It's been one of my favorite knives all year long. I love carrying the knife. The blade geometry is good. The ergos is good. The fit and finish is great. The tolerances on that knife are great. It's very fidgety. It's a useful knife as a tool in itself. Excellent materials. And it doesn't matter which version you got. If you got the one with the contoured handle scales, it's great. It's a little bit more comfortable. If you got the one with the milling like I did, it's great. It's still comfortable. And it looks really cool. I love the Psyop. The Ankelo is a great knife. The cutting geometry is just a little bit better on the Psyop. Rainey says, I dropped a photo in the Discord. We'll check that out. You know what? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and head on over to the members only Discord and do some pocket checks. All right. In 3, 2, 1, boom. There we go. Starting off today, and this is the very first post as of today at 6:50 a.m. this morning. The Pond says breaking down pallets, busting boxes. The Ankelo slices through cardboard almost as easily as the K390 corrugation killer, and LMAX has held up very well. Speak of the devil, there it is. The K390 corrugation killer and the Ankelo. Very nice. Very nice. I still think that the Psyop has a little bit better cutting geometry than the Ankelo. Personally. And would you look at that? Ed's got a knife with some great cutting geometry. Look, same one. Ed knows. The M-Fire. Stormtrooper M-Fire, DLC Vanax. Oh yeah, that's nice. Love it. It says winter blade for winter day. Bluetooth blades coming in hot with the steak, the T-bone steak. The T-bone steak is a great pocket carry. I mean, your pockets might get a little soggy, but I digress. Nice knife too. GRM Adam with the titanium lizard skin scales. Oh man, that's cool. I hope they do a bulldog with those scales too. I really do. I really do. Jim Miller says the crispy donut community, Chicago, Hanson, and Salvation. It's a crispy donut community kind of day on the deck. Very nice. Very nice. Mid-Missouri EDC is carrying a Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Which one is that? Is that S45VN? We're going to scroll all the way in. Can we see it? Doesn't say. All right. That's got to be S45 yen, right? Mark P with the Spyderco Swayback. A marching swish design. And yes, that is how you say it. According to Spyderco, that's how you say it. I need to get my hands on one of these. You know what's weird? I don't know what it is. It's kind of weird. Every time I look at a photo of one of these, the back looks very much rounded over towards the tip, right? And then when I see it in video, it looks like it is less rounded. I don't know like what it is. It looks like it's more squared off towards the tip, almost like a Pena Raptor. But in photos, it always looks rounded. Why is that? Can anyone tell me why that is? Maybe I just need to get my hands on one. Yeah, that's probably it. TC Blades with the Sabenza. I believe that's a large Sabenza in single blade. Nice. It's hard to tell in a picture like this, by the way, if you're wondering, like, of course that's a Sabenza. I know. But in a picture like this, I have no size reference. So that could be a small Sabenza, or it could be a large Sabenza. With no size reference, it's hard to tell. Here we go. Here's Rainey's carry. Half face blades, custom cav, 15V paramilitary 2, custom reground Warncliffe K390 Dragonfly 2. Look at that. Hold on, we'll zoom in. Up here at the top is the half face blades. You know, maybe we should check out Half Face Blade's website for those who haven't seen it yet. Beautiful, beautiful fixed blades. They do some folders too. Or rather, I should say, they have Dead Reckon do their folders. Unofficially. They won't admit it, but we know. We know. Very cool. Nice carry. Ooh, Kevin Smith, he's got a list. Were all of these in the pocket? Were all of these? I gotta ask. Like, all right, hold on. We've got a QSP Penguin that looks like a TPK jig pattern on the titanium. That's a tactile rock wall. That looks like a TRM Atom, and then the Neutron in the lizard skin tie. We've got the Neves Knives Misdemeanor, a knife that I wish that I had gotten my hands on. I really do, but I didn't. The Vosteed RS Chaos, and then the Kunwu. Is that the X Tau or the S Tau? I always get them wrong. I always get them wrong. Kevin Smith says doing the same thing with the same knife, waiting on mine. Yep. Here we go. Craig Vincent. He's got the Ontario Rat 1 and 2. He's got, hold on, is that the Demko 80, or excuse me, the Cold Steel 8010? Civivi Vision FG. I'm blanking on the one with the yellow and black scales right there. Right on. Gas Station Knives carrying the Shaman, of course. That's a sick pen. Take a look at that pen. It's just gleaming. Beautiful, beautiful pen. And I do have an appreciation for pens. I just feel bad about spending money on them. Check this one out. This one is one of my favorites. Zirconium body, titanium pieces, top click, of course. And these are, I've got another one too from Billet Spin. Hold on. And then this one with the side click from Billet Spin, same deal. Zirconium body, titanium pieces, top click. Or it's not top click, side click, my bad. It's not quite a bolt action, but they're both nice. If you like zirconium, you'd love these. From Billet Spin. And I like keeping them in their little sheets because then I can just, throw them in my pocket. I'm not going to worry about them dinging up my knives. I'm okay with wear and tear on knives. I just don't like it when the wear and tear comes from just putting it in the pocket. That's wear and tear that I do not like. I feel like that's unnecessary. Wear and tear should come from using it. Just putting it in your pocket, completely avoidable and unnecessary. Let the wear and tear come from tearing through Amazon boxes. Anyways, love that pen. That pen is sick. Nice Spyderco Shaman as well. Ooh. Oh, this, I don't know what this is. I saw that Duty's Daggers did a video on this and it looks sweet. I've been trying not to fall in the trap of utility razor blades. Primarily because every time I test one, I get excited about it. I'm like, this is awesome. And then I do a cardboard cut test against my QSP Hedgehog and the QSP Hedgehog is better. Regardless, those are cool. Very cool, man. Stephen Fletcher, he's coming in hot. This is the, is that a sencut? Hold on. Or artisan cutlery. Nope. I'm going to fail on the identification. No. I'm not good at this. Freddie G coming in hot with the Sparrow Strix. Another one that I wish that I had gotten my hands on. And the Zach Perlo Deuterino. Is that really the name of that knife? I don't know. Like that's a crazy model name. But that is gorgeous. Look at that. I love the hand satin finish. I really do. And whatever that design is on the handle scales, like the what is that, hexagon? Yeah. I love it. It matches my desk mat. That crazy, is that Damascus or is that a laser pattern or is that just light reflecting off the blade? Bananas. Fred the Lug, bananas. You know exactly what you're doing. That is a hell of a carry. Damn. Louis showing a shot of the collection here. All right, we got the Asher Spiro. We've got the Pyrite. Excuse me. Yeah. Pyrite. Oh, Pyrite. Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Spyderco Tenacious and Titanium. That's cool. Spyderco Manix 2 with what looks like Metenboss scales. I'd recognize that frag pattern. Spyderco Swish Buoy. Very nice. Spyderco Sage 5. Love those scales. Love those. We've got a... hold on. Imamba. That's it. The Imamba. Beautiful Imamba. Is that a Grimsmo Rask? Very nice. I'm not sure on the Wii knives. Sorry. McNeese PM Mac 2. 3.5? Or is that just the 3-inch? That might be the PM Mac 2 3-inch. All right. And that's all that I'm going to be able to identify from that. Very nice, Louis. Autumn Wind coming in hot with the Spider... Failure. It's a Spyderco with wood scales. I'm sorry. Autumn Wind. Freddie G says, you were just talking about this maker. I carried this earlier this week. I figured I'd tell you. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're talking about Tough Knives. Look at that. That's a Tough Knives custom. That's a Tough Knives custom. That's the Concept Odd 21. That's the Bastide Psyop. And then, of course, the Tyconic one. The Tyconic Tycon 1. There we go. I really wanted to get my hands on the Tycon 1. The timing wasn't there. I reached out to Tough Knives and I said, hey, can I get my hands on one for review? And he said, well, think about it. So no, not everybody wants to collaborate with your boy. That is kind of the bummer is, you know, I depend a lot on these companies to be willing to collaborate because just like you, I have a very finite amount of money. But it wasn't in the cards, at least not now. They're now doing the Tycon 1 Elites. So who knows? Maybe after the knife sale, we might try to get our hands on an Elite somehow. That'd be really cool. Very nice. Very nice. I appreciate your Tough Knives collection. Well done, sir. All right, guys. Now, there's no way that I'll ever catch up to the chat if I just go back to where I was. So, but first and foremost, shout out to David V, who became a channel member. Sorry, David, I missed that. I was going through the pocket checks, man. Ian says, I don't get pocket envy, especially over a Demko. I just pull my Sebenza out of my pocket and smile. Yeah, hold on while I wipe my tears with my Nooms on. It's dangerous. I shouldn't do that. I mean, look, I do get pocket envy. I'm not a one knife kind of guy. I'm not. I like variety, obviously. But I do have those knives where when I start to get envious of what other people have in their pockets, that I'll pull out specific knives that immediately make me feel better. Noomzon's one of those. Swish Buoy is one of those. M-Fire has been making me feel better lately. There's a plethora of knives that I can turn to wipe my tears. Anyways. All right. I'm going to scroll down, guys. There's no way I'm going to catch up if I go back to where I was. So if I missed your messages, I'm sorry, but we're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down. Kevin Smith and Knife says, had the smock all day till this evening. Love carrying my Neutron to dinner. Very nice. I thought that was an Adam. It's hard to tell without seeing the pocket clip. Ian says, not even going to correct him. Ian, you're a savage. All right. Oh, I didn't even scroll all the way down. Hold on. All right. We're now towards the bottom. Fresh 117 says those Parsons scales are sweet. Oh, yeah. You're talking about on this Sage 5 up here, right? On this guy right there. They are sweet. And I'll allow it. Generally speaking, I only go with American-made scales when I can, but also specifically only on the American-made Spydercos. The Sage 5 isn't that made in Taichung, Taiwan? I don't know. Or is that made in Japan? I should know this. I failed once again. Either way, the Parson scales are the nicest scales currently available for the Sage 5 period. Mark Park says, Rollshambo, if you want to try the sway back, let me know and I'll send it to you. Ooh. You know, Mark, if you were to send it to me, my review table is so packed. I would feel awful because this knife, your knife would probably be sitting at my desk for like a month. So I'd love to take you up on that offer. I hate making people wait while I sit on their knife for a month. Hey, shout out to I hit the wrong button. F Google says, please take a look at the Prometheus Design Works Cast OTF. All right, let's do it. Thank you for the $5 super, my man. All right, let's do this. Prometheus Design. Is this one of their OTFs? Prometheus. If I can spell. Design Works Cast. Oh, yeah, it is one of their OTFs. You mentioned it in your comment. Wow. Sorry, guys. It's taking me a minute to get back into things. It is taking me a minute. Isn't this the same one? This was brought up in a conversation in a chat that I'm a part of. So Prometheus apparently works with, what is it? The same people that did the Invictus? The Cass. All right. T6061 aluminum. Titanium, MagnaCut. Hold on. So what? This is kind of misleading. What part of it is titanium? Okay, so I'm willing to bet. Yeah. All right, that makes sense. The pocket clip is titanium. Completely makes sense. The chassis is aluminum. This isn't a big one either. Yeah, overall length is 3 inches. Damn. It's Cali legal. It's Cali legal. This is tiny, man. All right. 3 inches overall. That is tiny. That is. But you know what? It's going to work for some people. Is it made in the US? Is it made in the US? California Special OTF. Yeah, okay. That's why it's so short. It is intended, in fact, to be California legal. Legal to carry in the state of California. I mean, it's a cool looking design. It's very clean. You got to give props to Prometheus Design Works. All of their designs are clean. I love their logo with the Kraken right there. Looks awesome. Black DLC handle finish. Nice. DLC on the handle is great. How much do they want for this? How much is it? How much is it? Write a review. I don't even know. I mean, is it in stock? Yeah. Okay. So it's $200. $200. $195. There you go. Dark gray. Is the dark gray also DLC? No, not all DLC is black. I know somebody was about to say, I thought obviously it's not black. They do have gray DLC, believe it or not. Black DLC handle finish. I thought this one was gray. $195 California legal carry, Magna Cut. I mean, let me see. HRC. Nope. Not mentioned anywhere. Rockwell. Nope. Not mentioned anywhere. So I have no idea what they're running their Magna Cut at, which is a shame. I'm not seeing it listed anywhere here. If you were looking for a small OTF, this looks solid though. Definitely looks solid. The reason why I'm interested in the Rockwell on the Magna Cut is not because I'm like, oh, it's like, for example, if they listed 60 Rockwell, I wouldn't necessarily be all that disappointed. The difference between 60 Rockwell Magna Cut and say 65 is that at 60, while you do lose some wear resistance, you do gain a hell of a lot of corrosion resistance and toughness. So there's trade-offs, and you get a wide variety of different knife steel properties based on where the Magna Cut is heat treated to. So on one end of the range, if it's 60, a lot of people will be like, oh, 60 is bad, 60 bad. No, 60, you just get different properties. Laren Thomas himself has said many times, 60, like the softer heat treat Magna Cut is not bad. It can be correctly heat treated anywhere in the realm of 59 to 65. That's a massive range. That's a 6-point swing. You just get different properties out of the steel. So if you prize wear resistance, then by all means, yeah, you want it no less than 62. But if you want some good corrosion resistance, Magna Cut really shines at 60. A lot of fixed blades made out of Magna Cut come in at 60, and they perform excellent. Hey, shout out to Bluetooth Blades with the $10 super. He says, Merry Christmas, Rollo and Knife Addicts. Hey, Merry Christmas, Bluetooth. Thank you, man. Ian Coates says, Terravantium? Wait, what? What are we talking about? Hey, shout out to Ron Dobbins. Welcome in. He says, I'm carrying the Devo Mash in tiger stripe scales and an Asher Spiro Warney in silver carbon fiber. Jack Wolf Benny titanium pry bark, he said today. Nice carry, man. Sorry, guys. I'm starting to lose it. Again, I'm not 100% today. I'm at like 75%. So if you see me start to reach for the water, I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on. Lone Star says, does Sebenza make an adult model as well? Shots. I mean, I don't know. Hey, welcome into TC Blades. Good to see you, man. He says, Chris Reeve Knife Posse. Ian says, I wipe my tears with my Chris Reeve knives, but I usually end up slicing my cheek up. Yeah. It's not tears. Those are drops of blood. Ex-Sailor says, Roll, when did you join the Zon team and did you do a video on it? To my undying shame, I have not done a video. I have not done a video on this. I've had this for what is probably 2 months now, maybe a month and a half. I wrote an episode on the Unum Zon, and then I scrapped it because I did not like how it came out. Initially, I wanted to do kind of like a knife lore video on the Unum Zon. It didn't turn out right. I hated that episode. It felt forced. It wasn't smooth, so I deleted it. And it's just been sitting on my desk and in my pocket, of course. I love carrying this thing. So, will I do content on the Zon? Yes. I'm not in a gigantic rush. It's not a new knife. I want to do the episode right. I want to do it right. So I do not have content on it yet. But I want to say I've had it now for about a month to month and a half. Fred says that Tyconic is an elite. Just got it from Jeff directly. It's tough for him to give reviewers knives. He's a small custom maker, and Custom and Voss do not give him knives to pass around. I totally understand. And listen, I'm not ever butthurt when a maker's like, no, not the case at all. But it doesn't mean that I'm not disappointed if they say no. Oftentimes the struggle that I have is that there's so many knives released that I just don't have the capabilities to purchase everything that I want to. You know, a lot of people say, well, if it's so cool, why don't you just buy it? a lot of knife review channels go massively into debt with that thought process. And the truth is there's just not enough money in the world to keep up with all of the releases. And so I try to collaborate when I can. Sometimes it's not possible. When a company says no, I totally get it. What bothers me though, like on the topic of collaboration, what bothers me is when the company says, I'll get back to you, and then they never get back to you. I'll take a no all day over, being left on red. That just kind of hurts my feelings, but I get it. I totally get it. And I have no hard feelings towards Tyconic, RS Knife Works, Jeff from Tough Knives. Great guys. Absolutely love their designs, obviously. Bluetooth says it was the Atom on that T-bone. They look the same from that angle. They look the same. Did I say it was the Neutron or did I say it was the Atom? I thought I said it was the Atom. Blackbeard, welcome in, man. Good to see you. Fred says, I have a Sage 5 with Rex 121, but the nice scales are not made for the G10 version. Most only made for FRN version. Most, I have, for some reason, not sure why. It's kind of a roll of the dice. It says Sage 5 is Taiwan and Peak Spyderco. I thought so. I knew it wasn't made in Golden. Lone Star says Prometheus and Bob at Nickelodeon. Hold on, guys. Says, here's your change.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oh, man. I don't use that sound effect too often, but it's one of my favorites. Louis says, I'm waiting. I bought the G10 Rex 121 to find out that no scales were available, so I bought the lightweight version. I put the Parson scales on it with the Devo Tallboy clip. Very nice. Yep, 195 for the CAS OTF. Just got last night. Not one review online. I feel like that's too bad. That honestly, that's too bad. Because this does look like it'd be a really cool small OTF. It really does. It really does. Obviously, I'm not in a position financially to buy it right now. But I will reach out and see if they would lend me one for review. You never know. Says, I think that it's 63. It's the other magnet cut knife they listed as that. Nice. That's cool. Rainey says, does anyone know if acid stonewashing your blade helps with corrosion? I did it on some K390 and I'm wondering if the finish will help. Okay, so I don't know about acid stonewash, but I do know that they've, and when I say they loosely, Lefty EDC, shout out to Kev, told me that testing has been done on different knife finishes. And stonewashing definitely helps with corrosion resistance to some extent. How much does it add? I have no clue. Apparently glass blasting does not. Glass blasting does not help with corrosion resistance. In fact, it's the opposite. But stonewashing does. It does something about like the pores of the steel. You know what? Ask Lefty EDC. That's just what he told me. Lone Star says, rebound Rockwell tester to the rescue, hardness drop. I'm tapping out. I got to reach for the water. Oh, man. For those of you who know, you know. David V says, one review claims 35 to 40% failure on deployment. What? Hold on. The question I have is that based off of proper lubrication of the knife? Because if you over lubricate, like if you take some rem oil, right? What I'd use on my ultratech, and you just blast it in there and you start like, oh yeah, look at how often it fails. Like if you over lubricate the springs on the inside of your OTF, you can get a lot of failures. It binds up the springs. I don't know if I'm defining that accurately, but you don't want to over lubricate. You also don't want to under lubricate. It just takes a little bit. Spritz, fire, pants on fire, and hang it upside down so that it drains. Just a little bit goes a long way on these OTFs. A lot of people don't understand that, and they just pile it. Why is my OTF failing? Now, I don't know if that's the case or if it's just a design where maybe that guy got a bad one. I don't know. But I have to ask that question. Like, is the failure based on, how that individual has maintained it? But let's read this review. I think that this is the one that you're on. So I'll kill the music for a second, and we're going to read this review on the Prometheus Design Works website. Hold on. It says, first off, this knife is gorgeous. Looks like something Johnny Ive would, the guy that designed for Apple. Looks like something Johnny Ive would have designed. It's a beautiful piece of industrial design. The blade itself is sharp out of the box. A few swipes on a strop will give it a razor edge, and lockup is good enough for an automatic. My gripes are with its reliability. First, use out of the box, failed to deploy. PDW was very prompt with an easy to follow guide to get it operable again. However, since then, the deployment issues persist. I don't use it as a fidget toy, but I'm seeing around 35 to 40% deployment failure, which requires a bit of faffing around to get it working properly again. This is my first automatic knife, so I don't know if it's an isolated instance or if all OTF autos are similar reliability wise. They're not. Like, I promised myself I wasn't going to do a ton of videos on this guy this year. Guys, this is the SOS OTF from Blade Ops. This knife doesn't fail. It's never failed. My buddy Duty's Daggers torture tested this, hammered it through stuff. Just about the only thing that he could do to get it to fail was drowning it in oil. Like, he literally drowned it in oil, and then it failed. So he took it apart, cleaned the oil out, and it kept firing like a champ. If you want a cheap OTF, $100, watch my videos on this. The action is smooth. It launches just as good. What is it? Has it been 2 years? It might have been 2 years. It launches just as good 2 years later as it did on day one. Love this knife. And no, they didn't give this to me. I bought this 2 years ago. Put my own edge on there. You can see it. Fantastic OTF. D2. It's $99. But that's my point. Is like, no, it's not, all OTFs are not similar reliability wise. So therefore, I'm hesitant to put into rotation. The last thing I want to do is fiddle around with a blade that won't lock into position. Blah blah blah. Okay, I get it. Oh, look, here's the response from Prometheus Design Works. PDW says, thank you for your review. We investigated the reports from a few of these reported, and after our review, we discovered that part of this run used a high viscosity lubricant. What do you mean PDW may have used the wrong lubrication? It's almost as if I called it. You use too much oil, it'll happen. I called that. He says, you are welcome to send it in for a free spa treatment where we'll remove the current lube and replace it with a lighter viscosity. You can also easily do this at home by soaking the knife in acetone, drying, or blowing out the... I called it. All right. I called it. Pat myself on the back. Blackbeard says, any blade coating will help protect your blade to some degree, including acid wash. Nice. Dan Stan, welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. Says Kubi Kois is my carry today. Very nice. Welcome into Dwayne Letterman. Fresh says, hey, Roll, did you let go of the dead Reckon Ridgeback? Bro, still on the fence myself. I did. It was one of those knives that I sold earlier this year. And I hate that I sold it because I really like that knife. I really wanted the titanium version, but I didn't want to pay for it. And so I got the version in 7071 aluminum. 7071 aluminum is a far cry from 7075. Dear Lord. 7075 aluminum is a far cry from 6061 aluminum. It's much better material. That's why you don't see it very often on knives that have aluminum. It's a high aircraft grade aluminum. And I sold it, and I kind of wish that I hadn't, but at the same time, the one that I really wanted was a titanium version. Now it appears that Dead Reckon is coming out with like all camo carbon fiber versions. I really want one of those. Somebody stop me. TC Blades, we'll catch you on the flip side, man. Have a good rest of your night. All right. Hey, Tom Cook, welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. Says, just got the lefties on. The lockup is way late. Seen different opinions. Should I be concerned? No. For one, the lockup on these always appears late, and the reason for that is because you have a ball bearing that's acting as the lock bar interface. So the ball bearing is actually locking up a lot earlier than the side of this lock bar. So the way that you need to look at the lockup on here is not based on the edge of the lock bar like you would any other frame lock. You need to actually take a look at the ball bearing. It's got a big fat ball bearing as the lock bar interface. It's what makes it so smooth. A gigantic, like the detent is the lock bar interface. It's brilliant, really. But it'll always appear late. Like, for example, this is mine, only a few months old. Look at that. Looks super late. But if you base it off of where the ball bearing is, it's actually over a little bit. So it's actually about half as late as it looks. Also, if you were to check out, hold on. Hold on. Here's a Sebenza, small Sebenza 21. The Chris Reeve integral lock is always a late lockup. But at least on the Zon, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. You're probably looking at it the way that you would look at just about any other frame lock. Like, for example, you look at it on, like a Swish buoy. You're like, yeah, normal lockup. You look at it on a Zon, you're like, whoa, that's late. It's because of the ball bearing. The ball bearing is actually over a little bit more, and that is the part that's contacting the tang of the blade. So it always looks more late than it is. Kind of like me showing up to work functions. Why are you here so late? I'm not that late. It's not that late. It just looks that way. You should be fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Hold on. I'm catching up. I'm trying to. Hey, shout out to Stephen Fletcher, who's been a channel member for a month. It says, shout out the veterans. We lost 2 Vietnam veterans. Oh, man. Rest in peace. That's awful. But it is one of the few guarantees that we have in life, death and taxes, right? Jay Korskin, good to see you, man. Welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, just got the shipping info on my tri-stash. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Congratulations. Blackbeard says, sell your house and live in a box so you can buy knives, bro. Some days. Sean says, roll a natural treatment for cough, sore throat is lemon, honey, ginger, and garlic. Let sit for 24 hours. 2 teaspoons every 12 hours, and you feel better. Works every time. You know, I feel fine right now. It's just when I talk for extended periods of time. That's why I didn't do the live stream on Wednesday. It kills me when I miss Wednesday live streams. But that's why I didn't go live. Right now, I can feel it. I can feel the strain. But it's not like it was. It's not like it was on Wednesday. Hey, shout out to Mick Ranger. He says, hey, Rollshambo. Good to see you and all my knife butts. Dude, thanks for being a channel member. Welcome in. All right. Hold on. Sean says, a friend of mine goes for a full bottle of tequila, but I don't recommend. And a half pint of peach schnapps. Oh man, you can't threaten me with a good time. Shots. You know, alcohol can be used, you know, to kill bacteria, right? Fred says, I have a Terrain 365 Otter Slip double D10. It has a Teravantium blade that is dendritic, cobalt, dendritic. I'm getting that wrong. It says, can't corrode, not even in salt water from what I'm told. Yeah, that's what I've heard about Teravantium. It's impossible to corrode. Blackbeard says, overlube is better than underlube. Are we still talking about OTFs? Sean says, another sick treatment that works every time is vitamin D3, 5,000 IUs. Yeah, I need more vitamins, that's for sure. Fresh says, my axial shift hasn't failed on me. Yeah. I have I've got a, hold on, where is it? Somewhere I've got a COVID era ultratech, and it's only failed on me once since 2020. And I did a little bit of lubrication on it, and it fired like a champ ever since. And ever since, I just do a little bit of lube goes a long way. You know, on your OTF, a little bit of lube goes a long way. I don't know how to say that. Is it we Oi Ray? I'm just going to call you Ray. Let's do that. He says, it's a great model. Not sure the hate for FRN. In my opinion, knives are made to cut stuff. Steel is all that's important. What are we talking about? We're talking about the lightweight Para 3. Look, I just love customizing knives. If I could do that with some sweet scales, like I'll show you guys the scales that I want to put on here. Hold on. And I was actually going to Barclay.edc. Check that out. These are the Draco armor scales by Barclay CDC or EDC. Excuse me, Barclay CNC. And they've got different variations. Right now, they're nearly sold out on everything. I want to say they have the dark bronze left, but those look sweet. Other ones that they've got, they've also got the Montana scales. So they have aluminum versions. You got the Hilbert curve. Hold on. Wouldn't mind another set of lines of Hezron fades either. Of course, you know, the fade Anno is sold out. Go figure. But it would also be cool to do some Cerakote work on here. When I reached out to Barclay CNC a while ago, about their scales because I got a pair of the Fade Hezrons on my Shaman and I love them. Some of my favorite scales, period. He mentioned that he's got connections. He can do Cerakote. I think that's cool. That's really cool. I didn't take him up on that offer because I didn't know how long it was going to take for him to send those out, then get them back and then send them to me. So I think it'd be really cool to do a set like this with the white border in Cerakote, like a matte or a shiny, like eggshell white, glossy, I guess, a glossy white on the border, and then like a forest green on the inside. I think that would be really cool. But if you look down at the description, it says it will not work with the lightweight. These will not work on the lightweight knives. Which is, of course, a damn shame.
Certified badass.
Wrong sound effect. There we go. It won't work with the lightweights. I like what I like. Mikey Trails, good to see you. He says, my Max Ace Neptune has yet to fail me once, and I'm a fidgety mofo. Yeah, look, is something that does happen, but by no means is it commonplace for it to fail that frequently. If it does, chances are you've over lubricated or under lubricated. Just a little bit goes a long way. X Sailor says, I got an Axial when they first released. Great action, but pretty bad blade play. Ugh. Yeah. I expect some on most OTFs. Bluetooth Blade says, my wife loves her new live wire she got early for Christmas. That's a hell of an OTF. Love the live wire. A shout out to Kevin Smith and Knives for gifting a channel membership. And congrats to Maroon's Moron, who was gifted that channel membership. Right on, man. David V says, I ruined a double-edged blade when I first started collecting knives. It was a benchmade Infidel. Sharpening dagger-style blades is tough because you have to it's essentially sharpening 4 edges, and they have a medial ridge. And if you sharpen one side of edges differently than the other side at all, it will misalign things and it'll look awful. Ask me how I know. Because I apparently am a masochist, and my first OTF was the microtech ultratech with the Spartan edge. And I completely obliterated. Spartan edge is basically 4 edges on each side because it's a double tanto. And I learned really quickly why that specific knife is better off left to microtech to sharpen, because if you thought that a regular dagger style blade was hard to sharpen because it has 4 bevels to sharpen, the Spartan dagger is even worse. It's got 8 because it's got 2 on each side on each face. David, I feel your pain is what I'm getting at. I feel your pain, man. Lone Star says, where's the follow-up to Magna Cut steel drama? What drama? What drama? I don't feel like there's any drama. Sean says, got scales for G10 Rex 121 Sage from Rip's Garage Tech. Tequila Sunrise looks really good. Fair point. Rip's Garage Tech does have scales. Ed B says, do they make those for non-ugly? Ed B is a legendary Spyderco hater. Are we talking about so far as I know, Barclay only does Spyderco. Yeah. As far as I know. Anyways. All right, I'm going to see. It says that one is an elite. Very nice. Yeah. Those scales look sick. All right. Sean says, glad they fit. Didn't realize they had issues with some. Interesting. Says, do you have any Balisongs? I think for EDC, the Kershaw Lucha in titanium and carbon fiber is great. 20 CVs is steel and on sale for 200. I am a novice Balisong flipper. Novice. Do I have some? Yes, I do. I do. I have a... Hold on. All right, so I've got a Lucha. This is the old version with the steel scales. This was the first version they came out with. I've got a Max Ace Balisong. This one is the PVK exclusive. Currently have the trainer blade on here. It came with the live blade. I learned very quickly, you know, if you think you cut yourself with regular... if you think you cut yourself with regular folding knives a lot, just start learning on a live blade of Balisong. And then I've got the Alpha Beast Premium. This is 2021. And then I've got 3 from... Hold on. And then I got 3 trainers from Nibali's in here that I did a video on. That video flopped. Because as it turns out, my regular audience doesn't come here to see my mediocre Balisong flipping. But I have massive respect for anybody who's actually skilled. I'm just not actually skilled. I've learned a few basic minor tricks. I can do a thumb rollover. I can do like an aerial. I can do basic open. I've got like a handful of basic tricks that I can learn. Apparently, I just don't have the dexterity for it. But yeah, no, I do love Balisongs. I'm just not good at flipping them. So yeah, my favorite one that I own, probably this guy, BRS. But, and this will make a lot of Balisong people laugh, first thing I did on this, strip the screws. Great Balisong though. All right. I do like them. I'm just a talentless hack. X-Sailor says, funny how ugly knives like Spyderco start looking good. I think everyone starts out that way. I got into Spyderco, and I remember looking at the paramilitary 2 and being like, that is hideous. Now I own 2. The more you carry them, the better you like them. It says, maybe in a dim room. Lone Star says, I rock the Lucha Live Blade in titanium and the trainer in channeled aluminum. Very nice. I believe it. I also believe that Lone Star actually knows how to use them like they're meant to be used. I'm not talking about regular flipping either. Renee, good to see you, man. He says, I didn't like Spyderco until I got a pair of 3. Now I think they're some of the best you can buy. The only issue is the lanyard tube whenever doing a scale swap. You know how you can fix that? I'll show you actually. If you want to fix that, go to sharpdressedknives.com. They have a lanyard tube removal tool. It's called the lanyard cube. Look at this. $28, and you'll never have to worry about that ever again on a scale swap. You just pop it in and you twist it home and it pops out that flared lanyard tube that has a tendency to stick. Before then, what I used to do is I used to take some of my REM oil that I keep around for my OTFs, and I would spray some on the G10 scales around the lanyard tube because it'll soak through the G10 scales to the liner, and it'll actually lubricate around the tube. And then you just let it soak like that overnight. And then when you go to pop it off, it pops off much smoother. The more you know. Or you could get one of these lanyard tube cubes from Sharp Dress Knives. They work really well, I promise you. Anyways. Bluetooth Blade says, I love Spyderco not for the looks, but for everything else. Spyderco is like that one girl that you know, like looks wise is a 4, but personality is a 10. They got a great personality. That was a really bad metaphor. Gas Station Knife says, most of the Spydercos look the same to me, but when I think of a knife to grab for functionality, practicality, and good heat treat, it's my choice. They're extremely solid. Extremely solid. Their manufacturing is reliable, and you can always count on it being done right. Lone Star says, the Spyderco models with the signature reverse harpoon thumb rest on the spine are forever ugly. Go with the Mannix, Shaman, Bodacious, Smock, and Native Chief. I love a good paramilitary too, personally. Laid Off Pete says, I've been decorating cookies while watching. Hello, everyone. What cookies are you decorating? And please don't tell me it's oatmeal raisin. Chocolate chip, peppermint candy, M&M. Not oatmeal raisin. Gingerbread, sugar cookies. What are you decorating? My pocket check was proof. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Sugar cookies. We got sugar cookies in the house. Probably help if I did the screen share. Thank goodness they're not oatmeal raisin. You're a good man. He says flavorist. Yum. That's the knife. The petrified fish flavorist. Right? Love a good sugar cookie. Absolutely. This is not anything raisin. Says, except for the Shaman, he has at least a 7. It's at least a 7. I love the Shaman. I don't like all Spydercos. Like, there are some Spydercos that I'm just not a huge fan of. But they all work well. They all perform well. The heat treat is always done, at least to some extent, well. There was a while there where Spyderco was known for really chippy S30V. Maybe they were running it too hot. I don't know. It says those are some fancy schmancy looking cookies. All right. It's the stiffest compression lock on any Spyderco. You know what you can do? You could go ahead and get yourself an OCD for EDC compression made easy, a CME. So check it out. OCD for EDC CME. This will help. So you can go ahead and get one of these. You can get them for the Bodacious. I guarantee if it fits the Bodacious, it'll fit the Shaman, but they also have some for Shaman specifically. And you can get them for as low as $25, low as $20, $25. There you go. But I never had an issue with mine. It could just, I don't know. But if you are having an issue, get a CME, $25, $30, take care of business. Melancholy Martial Arts says, ordered an axial fixed blade. Not a fan, unfortunately, returning it. Man, that's too bad. I love mine. I love my Alpine. This guy. Absolutely love this knife. Excellent cutting geometry. MagnaCut is well done. 63 Rockwell. It's great. Of course, they're not selling the titanium Alpines right now. All the ones they're selling are either G10 or micarta. The all titanium version is fantastic. Great EDC sized fixed blade. Love it. All right, guys. Alrighty, everybody, we're going to kill the music because it is about that time. I've hung on for as long as I could, but I'm starting to feel the fatigue. Again, I'm not 100%. Rollshambo, you haven't made content in a week. What's going on? Is everything okay? Yes, everything is fine. Just recovering from a bug. I caught a cold and I'm 75%. I've got a lot of good stuff coming up soon, guys. A lot of good stuff. Will there be a knife sale in December? At this point, I might just push it to the new year. We're really close to Christmas. People are tired. They bought their family all the gifts. We're all tapped financially. So I might just wait until January 2025 to do the knife sale. But anyways, we're back on the train, guys. We're rolling back with some new content here soon. Thank you for joining us in the live stream tonight. The next time we go live will, of course, be Wednesday. As long as I don't get sick again. It'll be Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mountain, which is 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. Central, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. I hope that I see you guys there. If not, actually, wait a second. Are we going live on Christmas? No. I will not be going live on Christmas. Spend that time with your family, guys. Next live stream will be a week from today. There we go. A week from today, because I won't be seeing you on Wednesday. Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have an amazing holiday. That's it for me. I'll catch you on the flip side.